Remember the Cold War? Two superpowers, America and the Soviet Union, locked in a tense standoff but never fighting directly. Now in 2025 some say we're in a new Cold War, but this time it's the US, China and Russia vying for global influence. Unlike before, it's not just about ideology. Today's rivalry is about power, technology, and economics. The US and China are deeply connected, trading partners and competitors, making the stakes higher and the lines blurrier. Instead of two clear sides, we see a tangled web of alliances and rivalries, with every country navigating its own interests. The competition is everywhere: military, tech, trade, even sports and culture. The choices world leaders make now are shaping the future you'll inherit. This isn't a simple replay of the past, it's a new, unpredictable global contest. Understanding it matters because we're all part of the story. The world map is being redrawn and the outcome is still unwritten. Let's meet the main players. The United States, still the world's top military and economic power, wants to keep its lead, but faces new challenges. China has transformed from a poor nation to a global powerhouse, building influence through trade, technology, and massive projects like the Belt and Road Initiative. Russia, though less wealthy, wields energy resources and nuclear weapons, and uses cyber tactics to disrupt rivals. Russia and China are closer than ever, united by their rivalry with the US. Each country has its own ambitions. America wants to maintain order, China wants to rise, and Russia wants respect and influence. Their competition is a mix of confrontation and uneasy cooperation. How these giants interact will shape the world's future. The stakes: global security, prosperity, and the rules everyone lives by. The world is watching and reacting. The lines of division are shifting every day. This rivalry plays out in hotspots worldwide. In Ukraine, Russia's invasion is a direct challenge to the West, with the US and Europe backing Ukraine, and China quietly supporting Russia. In Asia, China's assertiveness in the South China Sea and threats toward Taiwan have drawn US military attention and alarmed neighbors. Africa and Latin America are new battlegrounds. China invests heavily, while the US and Russia compete for influence. Even the Middle East is in play. After recent US strikes on Iran, China and Russia rushed to support Tehran. Local conflicts now have global consequences as the big powers back different sides. Every region is a chessboard, and every move matters. The world feels more connected and more divided than ever. The stakes are high and the risks are real. The global game is everywhere. Today's battles aren't just fought with armies, they're waged with technology, money, and information. The US and China race to dominate AI, chips, and 5G, each trying to out-innovate and out-restrict the other. America uses the dollar's power to punish rivals with sanctions. China and Russia push to trade in their own currencies, challenging US dominance. Cyberspace is a hidden war zone. Hacking, espionage, and disinformation campaigns are constant. Russia excels at cyber attacks. China is accused of massive data theft. The US fights back with its own cyber arsenal. A country can be attacked without a single shot. Power grids, markets, and even public trust are all targets. The fight for influence now touches every part of life, from your phone to your newsfeed. The new Cold War is digital, economic, and invisible. Who controls the future? It may come down to who controls the code. The front lines are everywhere. As the big three compete, the world is being pulled into rival camps. The US and its allies, Europe, Japan, Australia, stand for democracy and the current order. China and Russia, joined by countries like Iran, are building their own bloc, challenging Western dominance. Will the world split into two spheres, with separate tech, economies, and alliances? That could make solving global problems like climate change or pandemics much harder. The future depends on choices made now: more conflict or managed competition and cooperation. Young people like you will inherit the results. The world could build walls or bridges. The outcome is still up to us. The story isn't finished. Your generation will help write the next chapter.